It's Friday again, and you know what that means. Time for another installment of Topical on the Games We Never Play Network,
where we bring you glimpses of worlds more fantastic and improbable than the actual world of 2020, although sometimes not by very much.
The storytelling is almost uniformly better, though.
Without question. This week, we'll take a bite out of an updated D&D classic,
Boldly going where no bundle has gone before,
and trying to do some good for the community while we're at it.
Well, we've already rolled for initiative, so let's get this encounter started. I rolled higher on my initiative, so I'm gonna go first. To start, we wanted to make our viewers aware of a GoFundMe campaign for a friend of the GWNP podcast, Donna, Ricci. Donna co-owns and operates Geeky Teas in Burbank, California, and as if having to deal with maintaining a retail establishment during a quarantine weren't enough, she's also been battling a particularly troublesome troll. We're linking to the GoFundMe in the details of this video so you can read up on the specifics. If you can possibly contribute even a little bit in her legal battle, your help would be greatly appreciated.
Wizards of the Coast has announced an updated, revamped, pun intended, edition of their Curse of Strahd campaign for 5e, this time in a collectible box set edition with tons of goodies. Now, while WotC doesn't do a ton of box sets, when they do, they're going to make it worth your time and your money. The new box includes an updated campaign book, a mini monster manual, a foil-stamped Taroka deck, and much, much more. The updated version of this now classic campaign includes some of the narrative changes the publisher has introduced in recent months to certain character types. So it's refreshing to see them act as quickly as they have on the changes they said they were going to make. Fittingly, the set is scheduled to come out right around Halloween, so try not to drive yourself batty waiting. I'm sorry, this is just how I talk.
Fans of the Netflix series Dragon Prince got a special treat this past weekend when it was announced that the series is not only getting more episodes, but its own tie-in tabletop RPG. Tales of Xadia brings the world of the show to life and allows players to relive stories from the show or create their own. The game is based on the Cortex system, which has previously been used for licenses such as Firefly, Marvel, and Supernatural. So it's interesting to see another show skinned over the same mechanics. The game doesn't release until next year, but if you're curious to see what the Cortex system is all about, we're linking to their official site so you can take it out for a spin with company's proprietary setting Hammerheads and, watch Netflix in the meantime.
It's an understatement, to say the least, that gamers and fans of the franchise have been anxiously awaiting any news on the upcoming release, Dune: Adventures in the Imperium. Publisher McDaniels has recently released beta test rules and is actively soliciting feedback, and while the release date is still a bit fluid, there was a major bit of news this week that may have a big impact on it. Dungeon World creator Adam Koebel has resigned from the project after a very controversial stream earlier this year that focused on sexual assault and took its players by visible surprise during the live stream. Now, both Mr. Koebel and McDaniels have released statements detailing the departure, but we here at Games We Never Play stand by the publisher's decision to move forward with the project without Mr. Koebel's involvement. No clever Dune jokes this time around, just news that impacts our community.
And it wouldn't be a real episode of Topical if we didn't get to tell you about some amazing quality gaming for a low, low price. This week, we're very excited to tell you about the Modiphius Star Trek Humble Bundle, which features a ton of amazing stuff for really not that much money. For a minimum donation of $15, you get virtually every item released for the game, discounts on print versions, and even digital downloads for Star Trek Online. And much like the bundle last week, the proceeds for this one also go to help the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, whose mission is real important, so if you can donate, please do. It's also for a good cause, it's Star Trek, so what are you waiting for? Set your phasers to donate.
Just a reminder, we have an affiliate program in place with Dice Envy. So all you need to do is go to diceenvy.com/GWNP for 10% off your order. And if you happen to forget that and you just go to the main site, type in promo code GWNP at checkout and you'll get the same discount.
Want more Games We Never Play content? Well then try Twitter and Instagram at GWNP_pod, Games We Never Play on Facebook, or Patreon at patreon.com/GWNP. And we even have more stuff over at gamesweneverplay.com. You know, if you like fun tabletop-y good things, check it out.
Also, don't forget the very first GWNP Twitch stream with storyteller Stephen Pope is alive, undead, and well with the Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, It's Always Sunny in the Shadows. If you're a fan of the game, or any iteration of what we do in the shadows, you can find it at twitch.tv/gamesweneverplay.
And I've been Blythe Kala. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Blythe Kala 93. You can also find me on YouTube by searching Blythe Kala or Blythe Kala 93, where I talk a lot about Star Wars because I love it so much. Go check it out. It's real fun.
And I'm Michael Robert Holmes, and I'll say something good when the time comes. That's the note I wrote to myself last night. You can find me on Twitter at MRH_3E. You can find me on Instagram at Michael R. Holmes, or, you know, I'm a citizen of the internet. Maybe go to YouTube and look up Michael Holmes' commercial work.
If you have any news we can use or any games we should play, reach out at gamesweneverplay@gmail.com. And until next week, this has been Topical. It's over.